right, so this is this is another one that I want to talk draft wise, right? So draft wise, do the same thing that we did last time. What do you think? What's happening or
I
what's
mean,
gonna
it's like
happen?
pretty similar in that we do not, in my opinion, win the late game at all.
No,
Uh,
no.
just because they have again Invoker, and then even like a Wraith King, like once he, especially when he's like 25, like definitely the late game, I just didn't think we won at all.
No,
Um,
no, I don't
and I
think so
guess
either.
basically, I thought our like very, I guess yeah, like very similar in that like we need to like push towers and in the game like pretty early, I guess in terms of like actual power spikes.
Hmm. I
Um,
mean, the last game as well as this game, for some reason, your supports are kind of shit. Because if you look at the team here, you've got a jungling Legion commander and you've got a witch doctor support, right? Neither really, like Legion commander needs a lot of kills or you know duels to be able to get her um, tower taking capability up. And on this team, you've got you've got a bloody Skyrath, and I don't know. This is jungling or what is this? What is this Night Stalker? I don't know.
I honestly I don't remember.
Is a support roaming? He is jungling. He's like level position 4 jungling roaming sort of a Night Stalker, which is okay. But you don't take like you can't take towers, and you don't have anybody else to take towers. So you've got a Tide Hunter who's really good at allowing your team to take towers, but then you don't have anybody who's actually gonna take towers apart from of course you. Um, and I think you have pretty decent support around you for taking towers. But again, it comes down to itemization, being prepared for this scenario where you want to take towers. So yeah, continue. Sorry, yeah, that was one point, which is obviously true. And then moving on, like
So,
5 minute segment at that.
so yeah, I guess I basically thought that we need to like in the game or at least like take over the map like really early and then like in the game before Invoker like really comes online and same with the
Mhm.
Wraith King.
Yeah, I think that's a very,
So
very good strategy, and I think that's a very, very achievable strategy, especially because you do have Night Stalker in your team. And I think if you do very similar to what you did last game, except this time you're actually, if you manage to do that, you're actually not on a clock anymore because Wraith King is horrible at farming, and Wraith King needs farm, needs a lot of farm to be relevant. So what you do is you pretty much just push all lanes. Once you've taken their towers and you force them into the base, you don't really care after that. You just push all the lanes. You ward up the jungle. You've got Night Stalker, ensures there's not going to be any wards outside the jungle, and then you just sit outside and farm. And you farm until you're all six slotted, or the relevant parties at least. And then you just go in and take Roshan, and then you put Juggernaut on right clicking the tower, and you've got a healing in the Necro. You've got Tide to initiate reinitiate and whatnot. So and then silence from this chicken guy and everything. So I think um, I think this particular lineup because there's a Wraith King instead of whatever there was PA in the last game. I think because of that fact, just because Wraith King needs so much more farm and is reliant on he needs space in the jungle. I think you could have actually won this game if you'd taken it late and played it right. But that's high level execution, right? It's tough. It's really tough to achieve that.
right, I mean I again like I thought it went pretty well and definitely thought we were gonna win the game and then we just pushed too early. But like yeah, I guess like they went like super greedy, like Wraith King went like at least a Midas, if not like Midas Radiance. I can't remember. Like
Really,
Invoker got Midas
Midas Radiance.
Midas.
That's a Radiant Midas, yeah.
Like
Oh
they
well.
they had three Midases. I definitely thought like we would be able to end the game, and we like definitely like were in control, and then just like
Yeah.
tried to push high ground and died.
I mean,
And I
obviously
think
now.
probably should have just like backed off and farmed, like you said, which is kind of what
Hmm.
I thought. Like after the game was like we
Hmm.
should have just taken over the jungle and farmed
30
more.
seconds to showtime.
I
Uh,
think that what I said earlier doesn't apply anymore because of the fact that there's got so many Midases, which means they have ways to stay relevant. You know, they have ways to maintain that net worth. Because at the end of the day, sure, you've got the jungle farm, which they don't, but keep in mind you're still pushing all the waves in, so they are going to have all the lane farm as well. So the amount of net worth advantage isn't going to be that much. It's not going to be that much because you've got so many Midases on their team. So I don't think you go late game. I think, but because they have Midases, it's even more reason to push earlier on.
No more
Because that means that earlier on, because they've got Midases, that means that each of them have. You've automatically got 6K net worth advantage because they're Midases, and the Midases don't do anything at the moment, right? So pretty early
yeah, I mean,
on,
for the most part, yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
like they're gonna start becoming useful at like I don't know 10, 12 minutes. That's when they're starting to become like relevant, and at 16, 17, 18 minutes is when they break even, and that is only if you're like minusing every opportunity you get, which is not going to be possible. So let's say 20 minutes. So you basically what you did is you allowed them to get their Midases at the time at like 20 minutes. Let's have a quick look. So 14 minutes, one Midas, two Midases, and and this was pretty late. 20-minute, another Midas. So at 15 minutes, these two have Midases. That means that 15 and 35. At 35 minutes, their net worth is going to be even for that Midas. And then they're just taking advantage. So, and then this guy is going to be like, what, 40 minutes? So really, you gave them ideal timing right there, you know?
right. Well, okay, so I mean, I guess then we like had the right because yeah, I saw the Midases in game and we like decided to like try to end it early.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That
I
was the
guess
right
just
play, I think.
didn't do a good enough job of doing that because yeah, they just like I don't know. I think we like team wiped at like the top racks or something like that.
Hmm. I think in this game, somebody needed. Actually, I think you needed a basher. Yeah, I think you definitely because unlike the last game, this game you only have one stun, and that is the tide, and that is not a stun that you wanna waste. You know, otherwise this team will just TP right in front of your face, and there's literally nothing you can do about it.
Um, I think I got that, but it was like my third or fourth item.
As a third item is fine. It should have been. It should be fine. Let's jump ahead a little bit.
I
Let's
think I
jump
got a
ahead to.
so like how I read it was I think I got a blink because I figured that Tide could be kind of up front, and I didn't have to be up front necessarily to push high ground. So I think I ended up getting a blink.
I don't mind Blink this game, but I do mind not getting a bash. I would mind not getting a basher, especially not getting a basher at the relevant time. And a relevant time would probably be right after Blink Dagger, to be honest. Yeah, rough. You're probably gonna die. That's weird. They stopped chasing you and started chasing the guy they can't. Oh, they are gonna kill him. Bloody hell, that's surprising. Ah, well, worth it. Any day of the week, dude. Any day of the week, Tide is saying right now.
Yeah, that was pretty
So
nice.
1,000 net worth right there. Not to mention the a lot. Very nice. Yeah, like on top of that, you guys are getting so much out of this. Early game going really well. Sometimes with the problem with Juggernaut is, it's like when you go online on Razor.com, Razorzone.com, right? I'm not sponsored, but I'm not promoting this. I mean, Razer doesn't need anybody to promote them, honestly, right? Anyway, you
Yeah,
go
so I
online
used
and you're
my
like,
Razer mouse.
yeah, I've got a Razer mouse, a Razer keypad, a mouse pad, Razer headphones, and probably have Razer underwear if they made any. Actually, they probably do. I think they do actually. Anyway, um, yeah. So what I was saying about Juggernaut is that it's like when you go online shopping and there's like 200 options and you're like, ah, what do I do? So sometimes that's a because Juggernaut is so versatile. There's like so many items that you can make. It's like, oh shit, what the hell do I make? You know, it's like you don't know. So that kind of sometimes works against you. Um, for example, in this game, you're going for the same build, and I really don't think Manta is the item here. Doesn't really save. It's
Yeah,
great
I guess
against.
that's my biggest question is like when do you not get Manta or like yeah, I guess yeah, when do you not get Manta? Because I mean,
That's a
I
really
of
tough
course
question,
know
honestly.
like say if they have a bunch of silences or something, then like
Hmm.
it's a good idea to get Manta.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
beyond that,
I
like
mean, I mean, there's the question. I think is when do you get Manta, and I think the answer is like I think you're getting Manta a bit too early, and I think you're getting Manta a bit too, as in you're getting it every time, and it's not an item that you need to get every time. You know, sometimes even if you're gonna make Yasha, sometimes SNY and Yasha is could be what?
yeah, it was I don't know what happened there.
I think I know what happened. I think
I
he
assume
turned
he went
back.
backwards
I
into the
think yeah,
tree.
yeah. I think he turned back, but
I think
let's
he
see.
actually still died.
Oh, that is nice, dude. 3K plays.
Maybe he did get away. I don't even
Yeah,
remember.
he got away. I
Yeah, he
think
did.
he is getting away at
I
least.
I don't.
He's got full mana. He doesn't have a ult though. He's gonna die. That's sad. You had a TP, dude. You had a TP. You should have TP now. 3K plays.
Well, I think it just came off cooldown, but
Was
yeah.
it?
Oh, you mean like after they caught him?
Yeah, like right here. It's too
Yeah.
late. Sad days. Sad days. I mean, you could have just stayed hidden in there, but it's rough. Very rough. Oh, and there's a region rune right there as well. Sad days. It's like right there. Let me just get to that. Oh god. Yeah, you want to get Manta when essentially what Manta mainly provides is, or the way you want to look at Manta as is dispel. That's pretty much it. A way to break something that you would normally need BKB for. And I think in this game there is at least one thing, and that is Crystal Maiden's Frostbite. And I think that is pretty decent to break against. I guess Invoker
But can't you
has
just spin?
no, you can't. I don't think so. You can't do anything once you're frostbitten, right? Um,
I
it's a
think you
root.
can.
They changed so many things. I don't want.
I don't. Yeah, I
Before,
guess I'm not
yes.
sure.
Before, yes. Now, I think not. Almost, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure not. We can test this after this game. We've got like 7 minutes after that. We'll test it. So, um, even then, I don't think that one because in this game you're gonna make BKB for sure. There's no escaping that. You know, you got a stun from this guy. You got multiple magic damages since this guy Invoker obviously no need to say anything. Like literally, look at their team. They've got so much magic damage. Not to mention, either Wraith King or Abaddon is going to make Radiance. So you know the mischance is there, and not to mention the damage as well. You pop BKB, suddenly no mischance, no Radiance damage. You know, so um, because you're going to make BKB for sure, it reduces the
Oh.
reasons.
Okay. Yeah, didn't think about that one. All right.
Yeah, because you're going to make BKB, it reduces reasons to make Manta. Sure, it's really nice stats and all of those things, but I think just for the stats, it's in like might as well go satanic. What's this ice thing called? Scotty. You might as well go Scotty. You know, at least it gives you all stats at a very decent. You know, there's nothing you can do here, man. Honestly, you just put your healing board there and run away. That was just save
Yeah,
your
pretty
ally
bad.
syndrome. Save your
Yeah.
teammate syndrome. So that's pretty bad throw because you just lost 450 gold right there. You gave them you gave them a lot of gold. Obviously it's 3 kills, but they've got 1600 gold and you guys lost 600 gold. It's like 2,200 goal swing. That's pretty incredible. And actually, this is the first time it goes in their favor. Suddenly, they have a 500 net worth advantage, and this is on top of the Midases that you've given them, or obviously you haven't given them, but they've gotten. So shouldn't have happened.
Okay. So what you would have probably so I got the poor man's shield because I was against the Abaddon, so it seemed like it would be pretty good.
I think.
Um,
I think.
the wand, I just it seems like Jug just doesn't have regen, so that's why I got that as like
Yeah.
some type
No,
of
those
kind
things
of.
are fine. I mean, phase. Um, Phase Aquila wand is fine. I don't like Full Shield too much, but that's just a personal preference. You know, you make is fine. It's too early, man. Too early. That was not a good harp ultimate from Tide. He's gonna too early. He's got his ult. You're actually dead. Oh, you got. Where did Invoker come? Why do I not see him on the minimap? Oh, here he is. Yeah, could have done that a lot earlier, and also you needed to micro
Yeah.
it, but I think it's gonna be enough. Yeah, it works out at the end. If Wraith King had any other item other than this, any other item for 2,000 gold instead of this Midas, he probably actually he's got 4,000 gold. He would have had. He would have killed you here, but regardless, um, you were saying what other item I would have made here?
Well, yeah, basically instead of Yasha or like
Well,
Manta.
they've got a Wraith King, so you know that he's going to be farming in the jungle constantly. So you could have quite easily gone for Invis item, like Shadowblade, not an Invis item, the Invis item. You could have gone for Shadowblade here, and just try to look for him in the jungle every single time, or just gotten pickoffs after pickoffs. Really, combined with Night Stalker, you get so much more vision during nighttime. So especially because he is like going to be making ags. Yeah, he is. So I think that would have been quite a big thing. And after that, you could have gone for don't really want to go straight for BKB after Shadowblade. Let's have a quick look at the items.
I guess if
Yes.
I would have gotten Shadowblade, I would have gone Silver Edge for.
Yeah, not right after though. Maybe right after even. Actually, right after even. Not too bad. Um, the thing with Abaddon, with his. So if you use Shadow Silver Edge on him, it disables his passives, right? So he's not automatically gonna pop his ult, right? So if you use Silver Edge on him and then ult him, he essentially has to essentially has to click his ultimate to pop it. Otherwise, he'll just die.
Can he still do that when he's silenced, or
No,
is
he
it
can't.
only?
No, he
So
can't.
if he's
So
silenced or stunned, then he would die.
he would die 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
So like you can pretty much combine with Tide or Night Stalker because that is a 2-year-old 2-year silence. You start silence for years. Um, it is a pretty potent combination. Oh, not a good ult at all. It's actually a complete waste of ult. Manta. Oh, could have Manta dodged that and probably killed Wraith here. Wraith King still dies though. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. All right. So far, your team is actually still doing good. But yeah, so still struggling a little bit. What you would have made after Shadowblade, I think. Yeah, Silver Edge straight, and after that, maybe if you get it too early, or if you manage to get it really early, then Basher. Otherwise, if you get it late, then BKB. Like BKB is definitely on the table. It has to be on the table at around, I'd say, 30-ish minutes. So it really depends on how quickly or how early you get your Silver Edge and like how much you can get done with it. And if by about 24, 25 minutes you can get Silver Edge, then I would say go for Basher. Actually, no. Let me change that. If you can get Silver Edge by about 22 minutes, 20 to 22 minutes, then go for Basher because you want to try to start making BKB by 28, 29, 28-ish minutes, right? So, because Invoker and Lena gets super strong at around 35-ish minutes, and you want to have BKB by that time, including Wraith King, maybe. That was a good smoke, but eh, so much like I'm not a fan of smokes in your bracket because this is like just go there. What are you waiting for, guys? Like just go. What? This is why I'm not a fan of smoke. You're just wasting your time here. Literally, nobody's farming in your team, and everybody's farming in their team. And then look at the net worth drop. Literally, that's what. Just watch this, right? So 1400 net worth lead, and then you get the smoke. You're still like trying to do something with that smoke, and then net worth is just falling, falling, falling from 1400. You've already lost 1000 net worth. I think even if you get a decent fight, you don't get the net worth back. Here we go. Here's a good example. You've got it down to 155. Let's see. Let's see the swing. Let's see if I'm right or if I'm totally wrong. Alright, it's gone up to 1,000. Keep in mind it was 1,400 at that time, and if you'd been farming fast, you guys could have kept on farming. And it's starting to go low again. And that space, man, that space. Where's Invoker? What the hell is he doing? He's jungling? Why not push the lane, you retard? Okay, so look at this. Look at this. You're right back where you started from, dude.
But I mean, they're dead, right? So that's
No,
a
but
win.
this is the net worth. This is not overall gold advantage, right? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like even though you killed them, this is the net worth. So I guess you kind of have to figure this part out as well that they're dead. So now how much are you gaining?
Right.
So yeah. So let's see at the end of this, when they come back alive, how much it is. This is really lovely. This thing now feature. It helps. It does so much my job for me.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's a pretty big deal. That smoke gank really did well for you guys because you're able to farm so much after that. I would have really liked you to push the tower because if you notice in pro games, what they do is after a smoke fight, after a successful fight, they take a tower, and this is essentially what they're trying to do: increase this net worth lead more and more. If you take a tower, that's a 1,000 gold net worth lead immediately after that
Oh,
one tower.
we don't need to watch this part. Uh-oh. Yeah, it gets pretty ugly.
Oh, oh, it just ran away. Spin and run away. TP, you don't have a TP. Save your teammate, I think. Situation happening here. No. Stun lock for days.
Yeah.
Having a Shadow Blade
Okay.
would have helped here a lot.
What?
Having a Shadow Blade here would have helped out a lot.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but you shouldn't have even.
I didn't think I should have been
All
there
that
at all,
all that smoke gank, and that. You know how much effort you guys had to go through to make that smoke gang. You know how long it took to kill that Wraith King.
I mean, yeah, it was a
all of that.
monumental effort.
It was a
to get our
monumental effort.
team,
It
to
was.
like smoke and then do that.
And then at one point they actually had 1,000 gold net worth lead from 3,000 net worth lead that you guys had after that.
Right.
So you as a carry cannot die. You cannot die like that, especially. You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I've followed the necro and then instantly
Yeah,
regret.
don't follow your teammates. Don't follow your teammates. You need to be the judge of what to do.
So like in terms of like increasing my MMR, it seems like at this point it seems like a good idea to just start split pushing more.
No, I don't think so. I
No.
really don't think you need to split push right now. I think these two games that we watched, you were definitely at a disadvantage as far as the draft is concerned. This was not a Juggernaut game. Neither of these games were Juggernaut games. In fact, I think this if you went for a Battle Fury Juggernaut would have been a better idea in this particular game actually. Uh, and
To
I
try to
was
outfarm them.
yeah, because in this game I was struggling to think of the relevant early game items because honestly, everything just happened so fast, and especially in 3.5k, this the way there's no way you can manage to do what needs to be done to win this game. So go for a battle fury in this particular game. Go for a battle fury and just outfarm them. But I think a
Okay.
different hero like an anti mage would have totally won this game easily,
Okay. Yeah,
or
I'm
any late game hero
o-
really.
okay on anti-mage.
No, 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 no! Don't start playing anti mage because I said that here. No, no, no! Please don't. Anti mage is shit hero, horrible hero. Don't play anti mage. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this particular game, a late game hero against this draft would have been much better than Juggernaut, or
Okay.
even
Yeah,
just a
I
later game
basically,
hero.
in terms of carry, I've only been playing like, say, like Juggernaut,
Mm.
and then I've been trying to learn, or trying to play more Spectre.
Yeah, one
Uh,
hero is not good. You want to have like a minimum of three heroes, to be honest. You're gonna have like five heroes, 3 to 5 heroes. That's good. Like you pick Juggernaut, but you want to have like that's early game hero, right? Then you want to have a mid game hero, maybe a Slark or a, I don't know, Life Stealer kind of scale as well. But like these are pretty mid game oriented heroes, right? Or and then you want to have one or two late, or just one essentially at least late game hero. Spectre is pretty strong these days for some reason. It's the talent tree, the 8 all stats and 20 strength and 400 HP. That's pretty decent. Pretty make that's like 1,000 HP for free. Uh, Troll is decent at late game. He is a late game hero, so also pretty decent. Please don't play Naga. um,
yeah, I don't. Yeah, basically, like I can play Luna, Jug.
yeah, Luna is
Uh,
pretty decent late game as well.
I
Luna
used
is
to play a
very
lot
good.
of Sven, but he seems really bad, so I
Nah,
stopped
Sven's
playing him.
gone. Sven's wrecked.
Uh, so yeah, I guess like Luna, Jug,
Yeah,
and then I was trying to learn like Spectre,
Luna
and
is
then
pretty
late
decent. You
game.
don't need to play any other hero late game if you've got Luna. To be very honest with you, a Spectre is pretty decent as well. A Spectre, I wouldn't say in your bracket. To be honest, take that back. I think Spectre in your bracket is uh tough to play most games. So yeah.